Harare, the capital city of Zimbabwe, where dreams are made, or they get destroyed. A mid-aged couple, Misty and Mrs. Harvey, they've been saving to buy a residential stand. They specifically decided to join the 2.4 million people already living in the big city to call it their home. They have been saving for the past 3 years. These are the ordinary average Zimbabweans. The man works at a local private company X. The wife works at a preparatory school. These savings were meant to give them a good kickstart in life, to have a place they call their own. For Zimbabweans, land is emotional. For the majority, it represents security, home, retirement, and a legacy. Having a place you call your own is an achievement. Mr. and Mrs. Hove have been talking to the owner of the land for months. He is going through a very tough patch in life. He has had that land for years, but is failing to develop it, to put a proper structure. Hence, he has decided to sell the land. There is no litigation on the property, and it is coming with all its paperwork and documentation.
Ruling. The High Court said demolitions by local authorities were
Mr. Hove and his family, they went to view the stand. How excited were they viewing the stand? It was exactly as they had hoped it would be. A flat land, no rocks, and a well built up area. Their dream was right there in front of them. What more would they ask for? The owner of this residential stand was a well organized gentleman. He came with all his rightful documentation, the title deeds, and all the paperwork that you could think of when acquiring a stand. Finally, the day of becoming a landlord came. Mr. Hove and his family went to meet the owner of this residential stand. The stand was going for 20,000 US dollars. Mr. Hove was going to pay 12,000 US dollars, and the balance was going to be finished in 2 months when he manages to get the loan he had applied for from the bank. The owner of the stand insisted the deposit was to be made in the presence of the law enforcement authorities. Come on, we've all heard of the fake money scandals. We had to be safe as well. Mr. Hove had nothing to hide. He saw it as a good idea actually. They signed the affidavits in front of the law enforcement authorities. He then signed his agreement of sale. They did the payments, the money exchanged hands. You would get the deed of the transfer after the completion of the payment in less than just 2 months. A month later, the loan came in. Time to finish off the balance, and of course, to start looking into the building plans itself. They tried to get in touch with the seller. They could not get hold of him. Well, network can be a challenge sometimes. He decided to try later on. They literally spent 2 days trying to get hold of him without any success. That's when they started to feel uneasy. Mr. Hove and his wife decided to go on ground. Mr. Hove and his wife decided to go on ground to look for the seller. Behold, he was staying on this very same stand on the boys' quarters, popularly known as Boys' Guide. When they got there, the boys' quarters was vacant. There was nothing. They decided to go and ask the neighbors if they had any idea on his whereabouts. Mr. Hove almost fainted when he heard from the neighbors that 3 other people came on earlier looking for the very same person. They were claiming that he had sold to them that very piece of land. Without wasting any time, he headed straight to the police to make a report. When he got there, he met others who were already making a report on the very same matter. This person is actually on the wanted list of the law enforcement authorities. He is at large at the moment. One stand was sold to 4 different individuals. This happened in Waterfalls, Mainway. Looking at the key takeaway points of the story, going to make payments in front of the law enforcement authorities does not guarantee the legitimacy of a stand. The police is not there to confirm or deny the legitimacy of a stand. They are rightful offices for that. That is the Deeds Registry Office. The police, they are there to enforce the law. Due diligence was skipped. Going to the police is not due diligence. The fraudsters' tactics of scamming people are evolving by the day, but the rules of getting land the legitimate way remains the same. Follow through on the PowerPoint presentation I have prepared.